this should not surprise anybody. Yeah, I kind of the same thing with you, Matt, and the last one I just did, kind of like, all right, faces the franchise, what the hell you're doing. It's the Giants, Dable, Joe Shane, same thing, make or break season. I don't think I really have to spell this one out. Let's see something out of that quarterback that you guys drafted that I think is also a way to buy you guys time. Let's see something. Let's see some growth. Let's announce who's calling plays with the same offensive coordinator that you had. I mean, it's the same two guys, same head coach, same offensive coordinator, 4 years now. And they still just like trying to play games with who's calling plays. I know that seems like a minor thing, but it's a canary in the coal mine, I think, for what is going on with this operation, where it's just a lot of making stuff up, but acting like we're really smart when we do it. It's just, and not only just actually these guys on the Giants, there's a couple defenders on the Giants that have a make or break season. Kayvon Thibodeau has a huge season. They drafted Abdul Carter for a reason. They traded for Brian Burns for a reason after we drafted you in the top 10. All right, let's see a little bit more out of you, especially this year. Deontay Banks, who I really liked as a rookie, and I thought had one of the most disappointing seasons in the NFL, and I mean this by any player in the entire NFL last year, was Deontay Banks. So it's not just these guys. They are the most important guys. There's a lot of players on this team, but I think that's indicative of the Giants. It's just so many question marks. There's stuff I like. I really do like what this defense is going to be this year. I like some of their skill guys on offense, but it's just so much of plugging one hole and three more holes open up, or plugging a hole, but it's out of cheap cardboard, and not actually something that's well structured. It's just an idea or a flavor of the month or flavor of the week, as opposed to something that they stand strong on. Just seems like they really are swaying with the wind, with whatever gets them points with the media. Like that's just what it feels like to me on the outside. So yeah, Giants, make or break. I don't think this is really a revolutionary thought. Anyone's been paying attention to what's going on over there, but I just got to emphasize that it's such a big year for them. And we got to see something, because they're saying, yeah, let's draft a quarterback. We got to see this development. Well, let's see the development. Let's see what you got, because you're talking about how good of a developer you are. All right, like, do it again. Anybody can develop Josh Allen once. If you're going to keep saying that you can develop Josh Allen, that's why you're the big reason for it. All right, let's do it with anybody. Apparently you could do that. So yeah, if you can't tell, the Giants kind of frustrate me a little bit, but you guys, any thoughts on the Giants, where their situation is right now?
How is this where you're at 4 years in to the Giants run? Like
rebuilding.
What you brought up, I think you brought up good points. Like their defense, they got some guys, you got Malik Neighbors, but like, yo, this is what it looks like 4 years in. We got a couple guys on defense and maybe a wide receiver one. Okay. How is this all you've built? I really just can't believe that they all got brought back for another season. Like, if I were going to do a make or break for the Giants, it's for John Mara to just act like, have one season reacting like Jerry Jones. Just one season where you're just out here telling people what to do. And
Steinbrenner.
Yes.
Be like George Steinbrenner. That's who should be.
Be like your grandpa, John. Be like your grandpa.
Yeah.
Your grandpa was out here bootlegging and working with the mob, and you're too afraid to tell your GM that you want Saquon Barkley back on your team. Stand up for yourself and fire these guys. Because what are you really going to get? What are you going to get out of this season? Oh, we go 3-14, and then next team, they don't want
Jackson good division.
Dart. Yeah,
that's another thing.
The division's good now. It's good now. So what?
They had the year last year.
What this is?
Yep.
Yeah.
I know. It's what you just said there. Like, what are they building up? Like, even their building blocks to this team. We all agree Andrew Thomas is one of the best tackles in the league. Always hurt. He was drafted in 2020. That was before this regime took over. Dexter Lawrence, one of the best defenders in the NFL, drafted in 2019. Brian Burns, traded for him. Who have they drafted there? Okay, Neighbors, of course, looks like a star, but top 10 pick.
Yeah, but anybody could have drafted Malik Neighbors.
Right.
He went right. He went right when he was supposed to.
That.
Yeah, I'm with you though. Like they're sort of this talking point of, well, yeah, but their drafts have been good. Like, have they? I mean, yeah. Again, they took Malik Neighbors and
could be decent, but.
Like, yeah, Theo Johnson looks like he could be a useful tight end. Tyron Tracy had like a nice moment as a running back last year, but they took another running back this year, and they still have Singletary on the roster. It's not even like he's just going to moonwalk into a starting job. Banks has been up and down, like you mentioned. They just lit a third-round pick on fire with Jalen Hyatt, like Evan Neal's an unplayable guy from their first draft. So I think there's been just as many like big misses as there's been like, yeah, congratulations, you took Malik Neighbors. Anybody could have done that.
Right. And then usually a good regime, and I get it, it's a coin flip at best, 40-60 on day 2 to even get a tangible player there. But like usually these good regimes have like, oh, this 3rd rounder hit for us. Chris Godwin hit for us. You know, like just a 4th rounder is a good starter. Not saying superstar, oh my God, going to be a future Hall of Famer, but just a good solid starter. And it just seemed to me, it's like, yeah, they invested in some guys. They did hit on some defensive guys last year. I like Drew Phillips. I like Tyler Nubin. But again, it's like, okay, but who are your needle movers? Like what? All your guys are acquired in some other shape, or there was the previous regime outside of the guys, like you said, just Malik Neighbors and stuff. But yeah, and then also just like the whole games they play with. If you can't tell, the like, oh, who's calling plays really annoys me because it's like, what are you guys, 12? Like, just like, what are you doing? Like, it's just so stupid to me. Like, Mike Kafka is supposed to be really well thought of. And it's like, I don't know. He's just, it feels like him and Dable are like, I don't know. He's getting toyed with. I just as me reading the situation and everything. So yeah. Let's see something out of you, New York football giants.